Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas with you on a beautiful day in Asha. Beyond excited about today's video. You know, when I have a message that is this big in scope, what I do is I picture my wonderful friends. I can see you. And it brings me that peace and that relaxation. I'm just talking to a friend. And so friend to friend, I'm just going to ask you, listen with your heart. It's so easy. Like Jesus said, we have ears, but they hear not. They have eyes, but they see not. Will you take this moment, just take a deep breath and relax and prepare yourself to receive. Because my friends, this is everything. We're going to talk about the very first prayer. It's called the prayer that God prays. We're going to talk about the vision Spirit gave me so clearly and so beautiful today about truly being born again. You know, Jesus said that we could do the miracles He does. He even said, greater works will you do. When He was talking to Mary, He said, Mary, you don't have to die. Do you believe me? That's the problem, my friends. People don't truly believe. They can do the miracles of Jesus, but they don't truly believe. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about being truly born again. You remember what Jesus was talking about? In that day, many will come to Him and say, Lord, Lord, didn't we do this and this? And He'll say, depart from me, I never knew you. My friends, that knowing in the time when this was written was when a man would know his wife. The two would become one. I'm going to show you today, my friends, how to be one with God, one with the Word incarnate, Jesus. You know, Jesus can't lie. He said, ask anything in my name and I will do it. Tell that mountain to move. Tell that tree to jump into the ocean. My friends, if you use my name, it happens. Why don't you see people working in that then? They say the name Jesus. My friends, I'm going to show you this so clearly. The name, it is a name, but it's also nameless. My friends, it's a frequency, it's a spirit, it's a light, it's a love. It's God, pure spirit. My friends, and if you'll just give me time, I can get you there. I promise I can. My friends, but you have to receive. It has to be more than just knowing about what I'm talking about, but knowing it, becoming one with it. My friends, the Spirit gave me such a beautiful vision this morning of that. And at the end of this video, I want us to do that vision together. I want you to see it in your spirit and experience it, where you become one, where you are the light and you are the love and you and God one, no separation. We're going to be in, of course, our book Asha. We're going to be in Asha 2, and then we're going to go over the prayers, the Zoroastrian prayers. If you've stumbled across this video in this channel, welcome. I'm sure it's not a mistake. We are Zoroastrian Christ followers, the Magi. And my friends, this message is going to change your life. Our prayer Yatha, the prayer that God prays. Here's something beautiful. This really shows you what prayer is. Prayer is not begging a deity in the sky. God wasn't begging Himself when He said this prayer. Prayer is a belief that you hold. This is what God believes, and when he speaks this, it is. And then the prayer Ashem Vohu, my friend, it's about a discerning of the heart. And I want to cover those two prayers. So Ashem Vohu, it's a discerning of the heart, because our perceptions are so important. You know, if you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch our video, Wolf, Man, God. And I'm just going to touch on it real quick and we're going to move on. Stay with me, guys. But we've heard stories of children raised by wolves, right? And that becomes their reality. They think they walk around on all fours. They bark, they chase mice and eat them. And that's a real reality from their perception of what they are and what this world is. Now, my friends, get this. In what we call our world here, our human world, we have perception that we're educated into us. Right? They take you as a small child and put you in their educational systems, in their churches, in their governmental ideas, and that's your perception, and it creates a real reality. But there's a real above all real, my friends. There's a God mind, the Christ mind, a God education, a God government, a God religion that's pure. And when that's your perception, that becomes your reality, and you start working and living in a higher dimension. My friends, discerning of the heart, of your perceptions, of your motives, of your beliefs. My friends, Yatha, just as God wills, so his children. Just as God wills, so his children. In consciousness of Asha, truth, the highest truth, that real we're talking about, that God mind. The gift of Vohu made you, the God mind, the Christ mind. All activity now comes from wisdom, from the Word incarnate. My friends, the original Word. It's the Christ mind. It's Jesus. It's heaven on earth. It's the highest truth. It's the real above all real. All thoughts and words and deeds now come from the original Word incarnate. The right perception, the true perception, creating the real world. It says the Good Shepherd brings the government of God, the highest God, the pure God, not the lower G gods that man has created in their minds, but the perfect God that has no attributes of the evil spirit. He's pure. Pure love, peace, joy, kindness. My friends, and then Asha is, the original word is, Jesus is, health is, the perfect creator's perfect idea is, love is. My friends, we don't have to go out and do healings. We have this heart transplant that we're going to talk about. And now you receive the heart of God. And here's the vision I had. I saw a man lying on the table, and I could hear different scriptures of Jesus speaking and teachings. And it was, you must die and be born again. You must be born of spirit. And I saw this man laying on a table, and they took out his fleshy heart. Well, actually, he took it out, and he handed it to God. And God handed him a son, a light. My friends, a S-U-N, a S-O-N. It was God himself, God's spirit. Asha, the word incarnate. And he handed God the fleshy heart, and God handed him his heart. And my friends, this light, it became him. And it was him, and it was around him. It was a circle of light around him and in him and was him. So when you make that transfer, now I want us to do this together, my friends. If you want to give your life, your heart to the true God, and here's what I always say, my friends. If this is the true God, the pure God, pure spirit, the all good God, that has no attributes of the evil spirit, so I won't be fooled by the lower G gods. This God, it doesn't hate, doesn't get angry, doesn't get jealous, doesn't war and kill and send evil. This pure spirit, this all good God that Jesus taught and the Magi taught. If that's you, I give you my heart and all that I am, and I want to see yourself. Imagine it, holding your heart to that pure spirit. And now see God giving you his heart. And see that light, that sun, that S-U-N in you and is you, and see it around you. And it creates a light around you that darkness cannot enter, and a health that sickness and disease cannot enter, and a love that hate, fear, and greed cannot enter. It's a protection. It's a provision. It's God. You and God one. That's the message of the Christ. Now when people see you, you're going to have to reintroduce yourself to people. If I haven't seen you for 10 minutes, let me reintroduce myself. I am love. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. If you've seen my light, you've seen God's light. If you've seen my love, you've seen God's love. Let that be your perception, your education, your religion, your belief. Be it. Be God. From God I come. From God I am. Just like Daddy. His heart is in me. His love is in me. So beautiful. My friends, be light today. Shine. Consciously shine from the Christ mind. Vohu menu, the God mind. Live from that heart, from that light. See it, be conscious of it in every thought you think, every word you say, every deed you do. Let it be God. Let it be light, love, peace, kind, good. Asha is. Be the Word incarnate on this planet, and watch what happens. And as all of us come together as these bright lights of truth, the lie disappears. The spell of separation is broken. My friends, you're not separated from God. You're not separated from love, from health, from life, from protection, provision. You are it. Be it. Have that higher perception. Quit thinking like a wolf or a man. Think like a God, a son of God. I want to read one last thing to you before we close this teaching. Circle of oath. Insurmountable divine circle of oath. Heaven and earth's unaltered circle by oath. Get this. God is one and cannot be changed. God and man shall not be divided. You cannot be separated from God. You cannot be separated from love. You cannot be separated from the light. No one can take your peace or your joy. You are it. This restores the name of Jesus. You don't have to speak a name or a word with your mouth. You speak it with what you are, and it is. Asha is. The perfect creator's perfect idea is. Truth is. Love is. I am divine life. My life is God. God is my life. My light is God. My love is God. God is. Hold that perception. Hold that reality, that real above all real. Hold it. Verily, verily, I send you. He who holds my word has God life. I love you guys. Be blessed. Will you do me a favor? Can you think of one person that needs to hear this message today? If they come into your mind right now, share it with them. And know I love, love, love you. See you next time.